Speaking to Parliament, Moon said there can be no military action on the Korean peninsula without the South's consent, adding the government will continue working for peace on the peninsula. Our government was launched in the most serious of times in terms of security. The government is making efforts to stably manage the situation it faces as well as to bring about peace on the Korean peninsula. China's foreign ministry said Beijing and Seoul will continue to use diplomatic means to address the Korean peninsula issue, after a meeting in Beijing between Lee Do-hoon, South Korea's representatives of stalled six-party nuclear talks, and his Chinese counterpart, Kang Swon-yu. Moon's remarks and China's statement came a day after China and South Korea agreed to normalize relations to end a year-long standoff over the deployment of the U.S. Terminal High Altitude Area Defense (THAAD) system. The installation of THAAD had angered China, which feared its powerful radar could see deep into China. South Korea's tourism, cosmetics, and entertainment industries bore the brunt of a Chinese backlash, although Beijing has never specifically linked that to the THAAD deployment. North Korea's state media had no comment on the shift in ties between South Korea and China as of midday on Wednesday. It has not engaged in missile tests since mid-September or any nuclear tests since its biggest one early that month. Trump's trip includes Tokyo, Seoul, and Beijing, but he will not go to the heavily fortified Demilitarized Zone, DMZ, on the border of North Korea and South Korea, a senior White House official said. But influential state-run tabloid The Global Times warned there would not be an immediate improvement in cultural and business ties, with South Korean firms having to make an effort to win back Chinese customers. Whether or not Chinese consumers buy South Korean products is not totally up the Chinese government, it said in an editorial. It is arguably Moon's first foreign policy breakthrough, giving South Korea's economy a boost and enhancing his geopolitical leverage by strengthening the relationship with China, said Delury. But XI can also claim a victory. He made his point that Seoul needs to factor China's interests more seriously into its security posture, at least when it comes to things like missile defense that can alter the regional balance of power.